Okay, so we have a lot to talk about, and this might be a very long, it's already 54 minutes. Oh my god! First thing I want to know is, I wanted to talk about this before we forget, because I wrote it down, but I want to talk about it while it's, like, fresh on my mind. What Kirito was saying about, with, like, oh, it's, like, I was questioning, is it real? Or is it, like... or is it not? Is it my reality, or is it actually happening? Now, that right there was a character experienced the same exact feelings I was feeling when I was questioning, is this a dream? Is this a game? What's actually happening? And I think they did that for animation effect and also cinematic effect to make you question exactly what later on the characters will be questioning. Now, that is amazing. That's an amazing way to have a story to be told that way, because it's showing us that he, Kirito, is experiencing exactly what we were experiencing. And I think that's a great way for you to, in a way, be there with a character within that moment. We have somebody named Yu-Gi-Oh, and as we saw with Yu-Gi-Oh, he is in the intro, so obviously he's going to be an important character. I'm going to guess that he's going to be meeting up with Kirito, and they might be a party together. I have speculations as to what's going to happen. I'm going to guess that Kirito might not actually end up going to America, and his dreams will be stalled in order for him to kind of go back into the whatever it's called. I have to learn the abbreviations, but like, he's probably going to be captured, and then something bad's going to happen. Because again, Kirito can never be happy. Kirito can never go for his own dreams. He is always somehow connected to everything that has to be with going back to SAO. And I like how they're kind of giving like the through the looking glass type of references, and like with Alice in Wonderland and everything, giving those like literature type references, because I will understand them. But also, I was questioning in the beginning, why are they children? Why is there someone named Alice? And if you looked at the dates, you'll notice it took place in July, I believe, but it was like 300. So even the dates, like, you were questioning, like, usually if you're in, like, a VR type experience, it's that date. It's real time. And this is taking you back in time to a different place, but making it feel like it's real time, and it's dealing with the soul. But again, more on that later. It was just interesting how they made them children. What's even more interesting to me, which we'll talk about also later, is how this is taking the soul. It's not just the mind anymore, and how it makes it a separate, like, inseparable type of a reality in a sense, to make it seem like it's a dream, because when you wake up, you don't remember anything. So they're dropping all this lore on us in the first fucking episode, which means, hey Kat, you gotta remember all of this, because probably once something happens to Kirito and he has to go back into this game or something, you're gonna be having to remember the Integrity Nights, I think it's called Angsum Church. Like, you gotta remember all of this. You gotta remember the Taboo Index. And because again, for the first, I don't even know, it was like, what, like 10-15 minutes of the fucking, like, episode was like, hey, new lore, hey, what the hell's happening right now? So they did that great effect for us to actually experience something with a character, and I really appreciated that, because that's something that, like, a lot of series where you want to have, or you're in it to be, like, kind of in a way immersed in the series with that character, but also be able to experience something with them. So I'm really glad that they did this. Also, he's losing weight. Now, I've been there a few months ago, stressed out fucking cat. You want to see somebody stressed? You want to see somebody who wasn't eating? Want to see somebody? Go back to those videos, because I was fucking a mess. It was a fucking a mess, even when I was dyeing my hair and everything. I get that. I get where he's at right now. He's burning himself out. Kirito is at that moment where he's burning himself out, he's losing weight, and he doesn't notice. When you don't notice and other people around you notice, it's really bad. Because it's all like, you're like, oh, I'm fine and everything, and everyone's like, no, you look sick, what's wrong? And you kind of deny it, you're like, no, I'm fine. That means you're burning out, you're overworked, and you gotta stop and step back and take care of yourself, man. So I'm glad that he has this support system with us and everyone. She has like a little app and everything. But I love how, I'm afraid that he's going to overwork himself, or something bad's going to happen to him, because, you know, for the past, I don't know how many years, you got to say that this is stressful. We never actually got to see him. We've seen him break down before, but we've never got to see him, like, break down. And that's what I'm fucking worried about. He's going to have that moment. Like, we've seen him have breakdowns. We've seen him have, like, panic attacks. But right now, his health is declining. And he is still young. And that is concerning. Shinon's fear. Shinon, now, listen to me. That is perfect. How they handled that? I want to talk about this. If you're going through something, no one expects you to get over it overnight. And I don't like saying get over it. It's overcoming it. She is slowly overcoming her fear. And it's happening naturally. They're not just going to be like, yeah, man, I'm fine with guns now. I'm fine with all this shit. Like, hey, I'm cool. Boom. Like, even how he questioned when she was going like this, she's like, no, I'm still, like, dealing with it. I'm still, like, suffering from it, but it's getting slowly better. So they're handling it in a very perfect way. I love that. That's natural. That's very relatable, and kudos to them for that. So Shinakawa, hopefully I'm saying his name right. Again, he's in the mental institute, I'm gonna guess. She said she's visiting him. Again, kudos to her. She's not literally that shows that she is forgiveness. Has that forgiveness in her mind because she realized that he was sick and he was influenced with his brother and he was influenced by the game and everything around him, and she's able to forgive him. So that is like, that's insanely brave of her to even go that far. So holy crap. And he wants to take Asuna with him, but hey, look at that. They have a fun, wonderful moment, and then Johnny Black is back, and then Johnny Black's all like, hey, I'm gonna stab you with this drugged up type thing. Yeah, man, there goes your dreams. Episode 2 is gonna come. It's gonna break Kat's heart. You know how this series works, but they're doing it in a way where all this shit is happening in episode 1, so I'm like, great. What's episode 2 gonna be like? How is it gonna affect me? Huh? But also, I'm looking forward to, because it looks like Asuna is gonna have a main part in this series. I'm looking forward to that, because you know I like her perspective. I want to see where they go from this from here on out. It's a new type of game. It's a new type of experience. Let me know your comments down below. What do you think about this? I'm excited. I know you guys are excited, but until the next video, you embrace your fangirl, fanboy, and fan person every single day. Bye, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for once again making it to the end of one of our videos. Do all the YouTube stuff down there, like, comment, subscribe, and leave me a comment talking about some stuff you'd like to see All Ages Geek do, or stuff you don't want to see us do. You can tell me anything down there. I'm not going to tell anyone.